Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca Irabo. Welcome to another episode on The Talk with Rebby. The Talk with Rebby is a program whereby we welcome guests from different aspects of life, different walks of life, to come right here to share their story, to come right here to share their experiences, their mistakes, their failures, and their successes, so that someone out there can listen to their story and learn from it in order to make better life decisions for themselves. Last week, we had a single mom in our midst that was able to share experiences with us and how she overcame depression at the early stage of motherhood. Today, we have another guest in our midst that is going to share her stories with us. So, we are going to hear from her. I just want to tell all our viewers out there to listen attentively in order to hear her story so that they can learn something from it also. So, I'm going to introduce our guest right now. Hi.
Hello.
We are so happy to have you on
Thank
this show,
you.
The Talk with Rebby. We are so happy to have you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So we would like to know you. Can you please introduce yourself to us?
Okay. I'm Happiness Chinonso.
Okay.
I'm a human resource manager.
Okay, I'm happiness. We don't got to that aspect. Okay,
Okay.
happiness. We are so happy that you are here today on this program, The Talk with Rebby. You know, it takes a lot for you to leave your beautiful home and come right here to be part of this program. We really appreciate you. We are proud of you for taking the step to wanting to share your experience with someone out there so that they can learn from it. It's something that is rare to do, and we really appreciate you for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, we are really happy to have you. So, happiness, can you
Happy to be
just
here.
can you just introduce yourself? Tell us about yourself, what you do, and just tell us a
Okay.
brief thing about yourself.
Okay. I'm a human resource manager,
Okay.
and I work with Africa Business Radio, and I also have. I started my own. I'm big on being my own boss.
Right.
Yeah. So I've always been a businesswoman right from when I was small. You know.
Wow, that's the spirit.
Yeah,
That's the spirit. Anyways.
because I don't like actually depending on anybody for money.
Yeah.
So I started my own thing alongside my job. And the name of my company is Human Capital Trust Services Limited.
Oh wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow. The name of that actually.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, so we're a limited liability company, and we are into everything that concerns human resource development, recruitment, and all. And then I'm also a fashion designer.
Oh wow.
And
Superwoman actually.
yeah, the name of my brand is Emiva. Emiva. I'm into a lot. If I start saying it, you just be tired.
Please tell us. We don't know who's
Okay.
listening. Please tell us.
Okay,
It's not easy.
yeah,
You do all the hard work and then you should be proud to let us know what you do.
Yeah, and also I have another thing, a project, and we've not launched. We're about to launch next week. So it's about food.
Okay.
So I wouldn't want to go into that details, so because I want to surprise you guys. So when we launch, of course, everybody, the whole world will see it. It's
Okay.
something big, and I'm proud of it.
Okay, and we
It's
are
about
proud of
food,
you.
yeah. And I'm also a farmer. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, seriously, with all this you're actually inspiring me to.
Yeah, I'm also a farmer. Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
So I would just call myself an entrepreneur. That's just what I would use.
Yeah, literally a businesswoman.
A businesswoman,
Yeah.
yeah.
All rounder.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades.
Exactly.
As long as you think what do they say? As long as you are able to get the bag.
Get the bag as
Yes,
long as it's
secure
what
the
you
bag,
love
that's it.
doing.
Yeah.
And I didn't add that I am a singer. I love singing. I
Wow.
love dancing.
Okay.
I sing in the church, and I love it a lot. And it's something I love doing. It's something that takes out pressure from me. I love dancing. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm a
probably
good
after the
dancer.
program you're going to sing for us before we go. So back to today's business
Okay.
actually. So you already know what the talk with Reb is all about. Just be free with us. Let it flow, be natural, say everything you have to say, do not hold back. If you have to get emotional, please do. We have a lot of tissues to go around.
Okay.
Just let it out, just say all you have to say, and someone out there is listening, someone out there is paying attention, and it could help a lot of people to make better decisions. People that are in that situation already, people that can relate to that story, they can learn from it and make better decisions for themselves. So right now, over to you, Happiness. We're going to hear you. We're going to listen to you. Everybody's listening to you. I'm listening to you. The viewers are listening to you. Everyone out there is listening to you. So be courageous. Just let it out. All right, you can start.
Okay, I'm going to start from. I'm going to share my story first about my first relationship.
Okay.
It was a heartbreaking one, and it was a touching one anyway.
Okay.
So of course, as I grew up in a Christian home, not just a Christian home, a home where a high standard of morals is the talk of the day. You get, and my father is very strict, so of course, and I was protected and all. I know the do's, the don'ts, and all that. And growing up, my mom would always, put you through relationship talks, buy you books, and be sure that you're not deceived out there. Yeah, myself and my sister actually. So she does this for my sister and I. Even for my brothers too. So my first relationship, I decided I was not going to go into any relationship until I was 18.
Okay.
And of course, there have been some people on the side disturbing, and I said no, I would not go into a relationship until I'm 18. And marriage started coming for me very early, very early. But of course, a child, I want to go to school. I don't want anything that will cut short my life and all that.
Yeah.
So I have a dream, I have a vision, I have focus, something that I'm pursuing. And here comes this tall, dark, and handsome.
There's always this handsome guy coming
Yeah,
in the picture.
yeah. Aside from every other tall, dark, and handsome, this particular one, we've been friends, and he's been there waiting for when I will clock 18. So of course, my birthday, the year I clocked 18, and I said, okay, Happiness, what are you waiting for? This guy, he was like my best friend. Like, I could tell him anything, everything without blinking an eye or doubts or fear or anything. Like, I can be crazy where he is and, not bother. I trust him even more than I trust myself. That was how close we were. Even though my parents were like, I don't want this person around you, I don't want to. My stubborn self saying, nah, this you. Even though in the back of my mind, I knew that I didn't want to marry this person, yeah. But I just wanted to be friends with him. Of course, he would not let go, so we're friends, and we started dating.
So, what made you feel you could not end up with him?
I just have this feeling, because in my head, at the back of my head, I just knew this, because of course we're both teenagers at the time that had not gotten into school and all. And then of course we know our dreams, we talk about it, what we want and what we want to attain, and where he's going, the line which he's going is really not the line of the kind of person I want to end up with. In my head, I want, as much as I wouldn't want to, I want someone who is a leader. Not just you being brilliant, intelligent, well rich. I want a leader, someone who is there to lead. In my head, then growing up, you want to marry the president, you want to be the president's wife. And once your dream is you're not talking in that line. At that time, my younger age, I would like, nah. So that was what built that decision as at that time. So, but we're dating. Of course, we're dating. Even though it's hard to believe that two people will be dating and they're not actually doing the whole sex thing. Yeah. So I'm a very principled person. I like setting my standards, even though I fall short. Sometimes we're humans, yeah. But I have to put the principle so that I have something guiding me. Even if I fall, I can always come back. I set that principle that this is not going to happen in this relationship. We can, do any other thing, but still sex, we're not going there at all. And he supported, but it was not easy. The pressure was so much. He kept until I think 6 years after. We dated for 6 years.
Oh, wow.
Seventh year.
Wow.
On the seventh year, we broke up.
Wow.
Oh my
I
god.
think you guys should be around what age by then? 24, 25.
Yes.
Wow.
We broke up. My heart was, when your first breakup was, and this is someone that was the family, the whole family member was on me. If you break my son's heart, like at some point I said I'm not doing it. This is what we cry. Like he's the first man that I've seen that cries. He's emotional. He's loving. He's caring. Like I'm not even trying to paint him bad. No.
Yeah.
Even though we are not on talking terms, he's a great person, but we all have our flaws, yeah. And sometimes in life we get to a point whereby maybe some certain things redefine the things that we want in life. So maybe that's what happened, but not exactly that. Something actually inspired it. It's been going on for a while. Yeah, I'll talk about it. So the whole family wanted us to get married. Apart from my family never liked him. But of course, someone that is in love, anything they're saying to enter here, I come out of here. So I was still bent on, being in a relationship with him. Even though at the back of my head, I knew that I don't know what kind of spirit that is. You guys out there, if you know you don't want to marry somebody, do not continue that relationship. Seriously, it's not even advisable. So at my young age, I knew, but while we were into the relationship, I think at the fifth year, where he told me that if I'm not going to make up my mind about marriage with him, then he has to move on. That he gives me from now, he gave me that year to make up my mind. If I was not going to make up my mind, then he was going to move on. The family, the brothers came, even to the point of threatening me. They would do this, they would cut his when you have huge. Oh my god, see me, small me. Okay, so they even to the point of threatening. The mom loves me. The mom can support me and leave the son. That kind of
Yeah.
So that day towards the beginning, the end of that year, leading to the next year, that's the 6th year of our relationship. So I was like, this guy has been blessed. Happiness, just free yourself. Love him. You love him. So what else am I looking for actually? So I now started listing you can't really get a perfect man. You can't get it all. He can be tall, dark, handsome, rich, wealthy, brilliant, but there will be something that is not ticking. So I was like, okay, if you get up to 70% and the other 30%, you guys can work. You've been together, you've been working on so many things. He was helpful. In fact, let me shock you. And just in case you see, the person I'm talking about knows himself. I don't want to mention name.
No, definitely. Yeah. We are not even allowed to do that.
If you see this, just know that regardless of everything, there's one thing I appreciate that he did for me. I was so confident of myself growing up to the point that when JAMB was not forthcoming, I just said, you know what, school, pack one corner, because I was already doing business with my mom and I was seeing good money. So I was like, what's the point of going to school? Is it not to be able to communicate and also make money to get opportunity? I already have something that I'm doing and I can communicate well, because as at then I read a lot. I don't even read now. I'm very lazy. I read a lot, so I could communicate. I had older friends too, so it was easy you would not easily tell that, okay, this person is not in school or something. So I had already, like, school, I beg Parkway, when it was the 3rd time of me writing JAM, I said, no, I'm not going to do this again. He was like, you will go to school. I'm not even joking. He said, you will go to school. I said, no, I'm not going. So they bought the JAM. I didn't go. That was how stubborn I was. The year after, he did the same thing. I said, you must. If you don't write this thing, then I will have to look for somebody that will write it for you. That's how serious it was. When I saw that it was serious, my mom was, everybody was. Me, I already told my parents. It was not like things my daddy would not beat me. My parents don't beat, but for this reason they would. So they started being, for the first the pressures. I said, okay, let me just. And he pushed, and I said, if I don't get this admission this year, trust me, there is nothing on earth, even if God himself speak to me, say, happiness, right, jam next year, I'm not going to write.
I can imagine the frustration.
Yeah, that was
jam.
and because it was medicine, I was going to write, I was going to go for, because I was like, this particular school, this particular course, if it's not forthcoming, people should not just tell me anything. So the year after, I got, the score was not, I didn't hit the medical score.
Okay.
So he was like, you're not going to let this go. He took the form and he said, we're going to look for a school that will give you admission, even if it's not what you want. You will go to, you will enter school, you will. So him and my mom, they went all the way, and I entered
Okay,
school.
him and your mom.
Yeah,
Okay.
my mom was doing her own separately. They
Oh,
were not
okay.
doing it
Oh,
together.
I had to ask. 'Cause-
No, they were not doing it together at all.
okay,
Nah.
okay.
So he was doing his, my mom was doing. So eventually that year, that I said after that year, I'm not doing it, clicked. I was like,
Wow.
okay, maybe this is a sign that God is telling me that this guy should marry him regardless. So that was what made me like, okay, I'll marry him. Yeah. We did our introduction. After the introduction, and this was at 2012.
Okay.
After the introduction, you can imagine how long that is.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Marriage started coming very early for me. Yeah. So we did our introduction. After the introduction, I was in my 300 level into my final year. Yeah. So some issues started coming up, which are not really necessary, and it was, I think I traveled, I went to his family house to spend my break and all that. Yeah, I'm trying not to be emotional, and I'm trying to take away some things because it's going to break me down, and I really don't want to talk about that aspect now. Maybe when I come next on the show, I probably will talk about that aspect. So I was there for, that was, I think that was my first time of traveling to the east as an adult.
Okay.
I'm from the east, but we usually don't travel. I think he was one of the person that helped me to learn how to speak Igbo too. So he really helped me a lot. So we traveled, and this thing, this cliche thing, this belief. And please, if you do this thing, just take this. It breaks people down. This thing about light skin, this notion people have about light skin people, when you just see someone that is light, you feel the person is, I will use the word, you feel the person is a mami water.
Like light skin.
Like
what
seriously,
gender? Like light skin male.
whether male
female?
is more, the female are more victimized.
Okay.
Yeah, with this stuff, the female are much more prone to
All
being
this
attached
negative,
to all these
yeah.
negative things. The guys, yes, sometimes, yeah, but the female, especially when you go to all these churches that believe in, I don't know, they just that was what I faced all through my stay in that, because I was always the mom who that, okay, she's going to church, let's go together. She goes to all these all these churches that pray and all that.
Okay.
As much as I love God a lot, you can't even take that away from me. You cannot. There's nothing that can happen that you take that away from me. I can't be all anything, but it's God. You can't take it away from me. So I was willing. I love following her. In fact, without her asking, we'll go. Even when the son had warned me not to be going with the mom. When it goes up, we'll go. And then these things started coming up, and the mom was like, we have to go do this, go do that, go do this, kill that. I'm like, no. I'm not, I can't be, you can't be saying, because somebody said one thing, then you not tie it to who I am. I'm not that kind of person. So the issue came, I told him, he said, he
So what was
doesn't like
the issue actually?
the mommy water thing.
Oh, so she was saying you had to go for deliverance or something.
Yes.
Okay.
The mommy will see me now. I've not swallowed water before. See
I
me.
can
See.
imagine, African
God,
parents, it's a lot.
it was an issue. It was an issue. This is someone we had done our introduction, we had done everything, and this started coming up, and he was fighting his family member that they should stay away, they should do this. Suddenly, when I went back to school, this guy stopped talking to me. Stopped talking to me. Just called me one day that I should come and see him to so place. I said, why can't you come to me? You usually come to my family because already you are more or less my husband. Because we had done, in fact, we had gone forward to, collect bride price and all that. That was how far. We were planning white wedding and everything. And, you can come into my house anytime. You don't have to call me and say, you're in so place, you are in my street. You are in my street, this is my house. 2 blocks away, I should come and see you there. That you don't want to come in my house anymore, this, that. Things that, this is me trying to prepare for my final year exam, and then you said I shouldn't go, I should defer 1 year. This is you that, you bring my strength along. Suddenly you want me to defer 1 year. It was just, and I'm telling you, I can do this. You don't have to tell me to defer 1 year. For what? For nothing. So he was like, I'm not listening to him. This, that. So many excuses that were not adding up, and then we broke up. I almost, at the back of my head, I was telling myself, happiness is not worth it. Move on. But of course, heart. You sometimes cannot control how you. I don't even know how to. I do not. Your first relationship, I did not even know how I felt. I cannot even say how I felt like that period. My friends, they surrounded me. I almost died. Like, as much as I was feeling strong girl, because I don't like people seeing me break down. And that's the worst state, because your heart, you are crying inside, but because you're putting you don't want to bring it out. But when I'm at home, I cry, I break down, and I'm like, everybody already know me and this person. Because of you, I disobeyed my parents, I did so many things I wouldn't do, things like that. And I'm not someone that easily gets into a relationship, so I was like, how do I start? Where do I start from? Because I'm not someone that easily connects with people. Even though I had said no to so many people at the time, even in that breakdown, in school then, so many people were like, thank God, like now they have opportunities. But I was not connecting. Even 2 years after, I was not connecting with anybody. I was not connecting with anybody. It was that bad. So I got over him. Oh yeah, definitely. Afterwards, I've been in different relationships. Of course, it's been rosy. It's not been that easy. Even though I'm still not married yet, but when you think about your past and think about how many years you've wasted, yeah, it hurts. Even though in between, after him, there's been other marriage proposal and even someone that I've loved even more than I did love him, and I've forgotten about everything. But of course, that dent is still there. That history is still there. That pain, of course, not as much as that time. It will still be there. It will still be there. You like, what exactly transpired? What exactly triggered this whole thing? You want to find questions to some certain things. And of course, my second relationship was also very hurtful. Very hurtful. It was, if you're seeing this, as much as I'm trying to restrain, not because of me, I would want to say everything, but because of the other party. We are very close friends, funny enough. Now, this second person I'm talking about, we are very close. We talk about anything. He's married now.
Okay.
but we still talk.
Okay.
There's nothing between us anymore. When we were in a relationship, it was so loving. I was eager to have the marriage, like, let's start this wedding already,
Okay.
because that's how loving he was,
Oh,
charming,
wow.
everything.
So what happened? What
He
happened?
was cheating.
Oh.
He was cheating. I'm sorry if you're saying this. He was cheating on me. I was forgiving. It's not easy to be a fine boy. I was
Oh, he was a fine boy,
forgiving,
That's not an
and
excuse
it got
anyways.
yeah, it's not. It got to the point that one came out pregnancy, and I couldn't continue. Yeah, so yeah, it was.
Oh, was that who you married? Wow.
So you can see.
I can imagine.
That's not who he married though. My guy was still playing other people. In fact, he would gist me about it. That was after we broke up, of course.
Okay.
He would even gist me about it and all that. He married someone, a very loving person. She's very pretty, and he's still not faithful. Of course, me and him, we don't have anything, but of course, he's very free with me. We talk about it. They have a child now, but he's still not faithful. And also, I would want to also talk about my job experience. There's something I want to talk about that would serve as a lesson to some people. My first work experience, that's after NYC, after school project, I worked, but I don't count that as an experience because that was just a job I was taking, waiting for when NYC will come. So I just stayed for like
It's still an
3
experience.
months.
You did something.
Oh yeah,
And
it's
you
an
learned
experience,
so
but
you
I
added
really
new knowledge to
oh
yourself.
definitely,
So it's an
definitely.
experience.
Funny enough, I got that job just exactly when I was coming out from my school gate, packing all my loads out.
Oh,
That was
okay.
when I got the job.
Wow, lucky you.
Lucky me, like favored me, blessed me, yeah. So after that, NYC came, so I left the job. I went for NYC. After NYC, I got another job with an oil and gas servicing company.
Okay.
So how I left that job is what I want to share, and it was a toxic environment. Toxic being that my line manager, my direct supervisor, a female, she is, maybe I would just use the word insecure. She was very insecure, and she couldn't handle the fact that, of course, in the team where in that particular department, my unit, that's customer relations, yeah, we are all female. I think customer relations and human resource departments were
Interrelated.
we are a department that's human resource and customer
Relations.
yeah. So we're a department, a unit together.
Okay.
So we have HOD, then she's the line manager directly to me.
Okay.
So I think we're 15 or so in that particular unit. It's a big company, of course. There are different units, the IT solutions unit, the health and safety units, the different units, the offshore guys that goes to the sea and all that. So in my unit we're 15, and she doesn't like me. Myself and my friend, actually, a friend of mine, and that friend of mine is actually as light skinned as I am. So she always victimizes us. She will call us names. You can't think of any name. She calls us that we bleached our skin. That's her pain, actually, because of course she was intimidated at any light skinned girl she sees.
Okay, was she light also?
She was not light, but she was.
You were open to be.
She was
aspiring.
She was not light. She's not dark, but she was using something that would, you understand? Using something that would even make her. So she was toning and getting to that point. So she would always make reference to our skin, and she didn't like the fact that we are Igbo girls.
What made you feel it was because of the skin?
She says it.
Oh, okay.
So there's this other lady. Sorry, may her soul rest in peace. She's late. There's in the safety department, and then she tells that one, She says it, and she abuses us.
Okay,
She
let me-
calls us two witches.
Okay, let me just come in there. It's actually not bad to, want to have the skin that you want.
If you want to have
Yeah,
it, it's a different
if you are light
thing.
and you want to tone down, you can. If you are dark and you want to tone
Yeah,
up,
you can.
as long as you do not
But
damage
do not
your skin.
victimize.
Or
Do
back
not
up.
victimize
Yes,
others. Maybe
yes. So I
someone
have to make that
out of
correction.
envy. No,
Yeah.
definitely. You don't victimize others just
Yeah.
because you want something they have and you don't have. And you call them names to the extent of calling them prostitutes,
Oh, wow.
to the extent of calling them wrong skills, that you don't believe that this is the only job we are doing.
Yeah.
She says this in the office to us. Every day I practically cry because you can do little or nothing. I'm not even. It was not even a joke. At some point, I leave. I said I'm resigning. Some of my colleagues will come. Just that it's not good if you resign. It will show on your CV. They will ask, why did you leave the job so early? Things like that. It will spoil your CV. I said I can't keep. For me to report this issue to my pastor, he said, stay in that job, manage it. That is training you for emotional management. I said, what kind of emotional management is that? She abused me. She said, I think I'm Mary Celeste. I think I'm beautiful. I'm not even joking. It was not. It's sounding funny and not even real. You get. One day she told me, she passed and she told me. At first I thought it was because she was pregnant. But when she went for vacation, put to bed and came back, it became ×3. Something will happen, she will tie it to me that I'm the one, and because she have issues in her house, she will bring it to the office. She couldn't manage her emotions. People will be talking. I was the Smile ambassador for the company. I was the face of the company. So it was another issue for her. When this beef, it's not easy for females to work and then having a female boss. It's not easy. So she was always, when people come around me and maybe we're eating lunch, she would always, no, you have to go to the. She would embarrass me at every point, every instance. She even insulted me to the point of insulting me, cursing me and cursing herself, not me, saying that your mother-in-law will do this, your mother-in-law will poison. I had to go and report to the top management. And what did the top management say? My HOD. She said, I don't expect her to scold her supervisor. I was shocked. At that point, I just knew that this is it though, auntie. You can, because of course you complain when you even write. They are supposed to. Is not supposed. Is that bully? That's workplace bullying.
Yeah.
That's workplace harassment. Then you can call it any name. It's not supposed to be like that. And we have policies that are guiding that, but they seem not to do anything. Rather, they will bring it back to you and say, oh, maybe there is a way. She made a statement. She said, maybe there is a way you look at that. Maybe there is a way. I said, how? I will come. Even when I'm not saying, she's saying something, I'm not saying anything. She'll say, oh, you don't want to talk? You will come to the office, your heart is panting.
So eventually, what made you leave?
It got to the point, that's the lesson behind it. One of the teammates, she left her duty posts where she was supposed to be, and a visitor came in that was not supposed to, because usually when you have a visitor, if I have a visitor that wants to come see me, I have to log the person in. So we have a portal where you log visitors in, an automated system. So the person was not logged in. The person was not supposed to come see anybody. How the person gained access from the security point past the welcome center, to the reception was, and now the welcome center, the person who was supposed to be at the welcome center was not on seat. So she was not on seat, and then the guy meandered his way and passed through the stairs. We have cameras everywhere. So when the guy got to the passed through the stairs and even gained access to the reception. So at that point I saw that he was not sure where he wanted to go. He was confused. And me, I was just coming. This is me just coming back from my lunch. We have our restaurants inside the company too. So coming back from the restaurants, and I was like, sorry, who are you looking for? And he couldn't even say, said the CEO. I said the CEO. Who is the CEO? because I wanted to be sure if he knows.
What's
He said he's so person. I said no, it's not about you. Who do you want to see? You're not. I said, are you? Do you have a scheduled meeting with him? He said yes. I checked. I quickly checked. There was no. His name was not there. There was not scheduled and all that. And I told him to please hold on. You can't go in. Hold on. You can't. He became aggressive verbally, and was exchanging word. And if you don't do this, I said it's not by who you are, it's by following procedures, protocols.
Yeah.
Kindly just sit down. So at the time he started raising his voice and wanted to be physical. See me.
Are you serious?
It was that serious. So I had to by that time people were already, my other colleagues, my colleagues at workplace were already coming out like, what's causing all this noise and all that. So I had to call the facility management team and the security to come and attend to him, because of course I can't manage the situation and it's not even in my jurisdiction. So they took over the situation and found out that he was not even, nobody knows him. He was just trying to sneak in. And how he even got to that point, the security people said they thought this, that he mentioned. How do you the security people have where they check through their computer and all that. They even have cameras and everything. So my colleague who left her duty post that was supposed to stop this guy, she was supposed to be the one to check if he was logged in and book him in and all that. She left her seat, and she was not, what if she was going to leave her seat, she was supposed to get somebody else to be there to replace her. She didn't. So when this thing happened, she was scared and wanted us, she was scared that of course they were going to take it up and it was going to lead to. And me being a team player, being the nice Mrs. Nice, we decided to cover up for her. And that she was on seat. She only stepped out to
get something or something.
No, release. Okay. She was pressed and all that.
Okay.
And that was it. And they took the matter up. We have our legal department. Okay. So it was the panel of judges. It was, first of all, they said that was involved. I was not in the picture. It's not my business. I was the one who stopped this guy. So I'm not even first of all supposed to
considered as
I was not supposed to be sent for suspension, first of all. My supervisor, who has been looking for opportunity, because she keeps saying it every day that she doesn't even know why they've not sacked me upon everything that she has been doing. She told somebody that that's my church, that I'm always going, that I should thank my God. It's not even, I felt like it became a spiritual thing. Wow. Because something she says, she doesn't know she says it, and how heavy they are. So she was not even in the office when this particular thing happened. She called in immediately and said it was me. I said, how was it me? She said, I'm not on my duty post. When she found out that I was not the one, she now started changing, but she came all the way. Someone that was on that is supposed to be on leave. Wow. So she came all the way. She resumed and told them that I should go on 2 weeks suspension. I went. Am I coming back? And they were like, I lied that she was on seat, or just that it was a lie, that she came to say the truth, that she was not on seat and all that. And I told her that, first of all, I'm the one that stopped this guy. So they were finding out if the guy was the same person. I can't remember how that thing played out, but the story, long story cut short, was that I was the one that was penalized for they left her.
Somebody's friend.
And then one of the, well, even though we are one department, you're responsible. Some people are responsible for recruitment. Some people are responsible for customer service. Some people are responsible for payroll, like that. Everybody. Yeah. So one of the person that was in the recruitment and recruitment stuff came to let me know that it's like she's shooting for them to sack me because of this thing and all that, and that she doesn't want to work with me anymore. So when I got to know, immediately I just resigned, because I don't want that getting into my file. So I just resigned. Funny enough, immediately I resigned, they brought the letter.
Wow.
So I was victimized. I just feel like the lesson is, regardless, wherever you are, as much as you want to be a team player, when issue happen, don't even take your hands off it. Say it as it is. Do not try to cover up for anybody. Do not try to play,
The nice person,
the nice person
and
you
at the
get.
end of the
At the
day,
end of the day, you're
be
the
the
one.
one to
Yeah.
take
Funny
the
enough,
fall
the
for it.
person that I took the fall for to date, she has not even called or said
Thank you.
or hello or anything, rather than the enemy you get. So I took the fall for it, but everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
'Cause
sure.
I wasn't even happy in the job. Even if the job looks, the look from outside, you feel like, oh, she's enjoying, she's working with the oil and gas industry, she's everywhere, look cozy, but inside, I was drying up, I was slim,
Wow.
I was not happy. I was scared going to work every day. I was scared going to work. So it was not even a funny thing at
Wow.
all.
Wow. So, Happiness, thank you so much for sharing a lot. Actually, you shared quite a lot with us today, and I've been able to learn a lot from all you have said. But there's one thing I just want to ask. I just want to know the major reason why your first relationship, why your parents were like, no, we don't want this guy, we don't like him. Was it because of his appearance, or they saw something?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Even though he was a carefree person, yeah, he was a very tall-looking guy that any girl would, want to have. Even though when he first approached me, I never liked him. I'm like that.
Okay.
I would just see you and
So why didn't mom and dad like him?
because at the time he had no work, no job. We're students.
Yeah, okay, they didn't want you to be in a relationship at all.
They
Or
didn't.
not
My
just
dad
him?
was very protective. Apart from the fact that they didn't want me to be in a relationship at all, they don't want him because they felt like he's no job. Parents they want to guide you. No job.
And actually,
no,
you guys were still young.
Yeah.
Your education was still not, you guys were not in school
him
yet.
too. He
All
doesn't
those
have
prospects
anything.
yet.
He's doing.
Yes,
He's just
definitely, that's
he's
the-
just
in
relying
fact,
on the
I think relationship-
parents' money
Yeah,
and all
I
that.
even think at that stage, relationship at that stage,
Yeah.
don't be what parents should know about. Because if you're 18 for crying out loud,
Well, me,
that's
I
like,
was
childish.
open with my family. I've never been the type that hide anything.
Okay.
You bring it to the table, the whole family
And
will talk
yes,
about it.
in this current age, this present age, any relationship you are in as a teenager, as a parent, you should know.
I feel parents should know everything. Yeah. I was like that with my parents. I was like that with my sibling.
Yes.
We'll talk about if I go out and somebody toasts me. When I go out, I say, Jesus.
That's how it's actually supposed to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just have with everything you've said, just to to just wrap things up.
Yeah.
You said a lot, and I've learned quite a lot from it. I just want to recap and just let everyone out there watching this video to be able to learn a few things. There's one thing about relationship, parental guidance, and all that. Definitely, we can't know it all.
No,
we have
definitely.
people that have been ahead of us. We have our parents that can guide and lead us because they know more, they have more exposure and all that. And then there's this thing, because with everything you said about the first relationship, definitely all parents at that age will feel like you guys are not ripe to be in a relationship. And
At that time, if marriage had come, my parents, with a responsible
in
person,
fact,
my parents,
marriage can
because
come
my
at
mom,
that.
my marriage came for me at 16.
Okay, from him or from someone
From someone
older?
else.
Hey, you know what I'm
From
saying?
someone else, but and funny enough, the person he had job, he had everything. In fact, he had a school of his own, a big school. At that age, I was 16. Someone of 30 years, I was like, yeah, I don't know, you have to kill me. My mom got married at the age of 16, actually.
Oh, okay.
My mom got married at the age of 16. So for her, if marriage will come, at least 18 or 20,
Yeah.
but it should not be something that will terminate, because my mom especially is big on education. It will not be something that will terminate my or I will have issues with. It should be someone that is responsible, someone that is ahead of me, not marrying my mates that two of us will be struggling. You understand?
Yeah,
We'll be
of course,
struggling. It
of
should be
course.
somebody that will be able to help
Take
you,
care of
take care of you, help you achieve your dreams, and also help you, push you more. But he, on the other hand, he doesn't have any, even though he's from a well-to-do family, but you can't depend. We obviously cannot depend on our family.
Okay, with everything you've said anyways, I just feel relationship generally, between two adults that are mature. 18 actually is adulthood already.
Yeah.
And definitely you guys are both mature.
Yeah.
And one thing is, the relationship ended because his mom actually, had some revelations that,
Even though his mom, the excuse was not his mom, it was him.
Yeah, okay.
It was him because
yeah.
the mom later, she was when the first issue came up, and the mom was like, okay, fine, cool. In fact, the mom was finding out why he later made that decision not to continue with. He decided not to talk to anybody.
And he didn't say the reason why.
He decided not to talk to anybody. In fact, the reason why now that he told me was later on, not even at that time.
Okay, one thing, what I was just trying to say is that any relationship that is meant to work out will definitely work out.
Oh, yeah.
There's something about, someone that is right for you, someone that is meant for you. There's nothing like halfway. They loved you at a time, and then at the end of the day, something came up.
Yeah.
When the person is just for you, when the person is right for you, no matter what comes up, they will always fight. The love you guys both have for each other will definitely win at the end of the day.
Yeah, but again, growing up and being matured now,
Yeah.
I want to say that I feel like love is not enough.
For some things.
Yeah, love is not enough.
Yeah.
You have to be intentional. You have to be intentional. You have to be committed. You have to
In fact,
decide in your mind. Because even though I loved him there, you remember I loved him, but I was saying that I won't marry him. Remember?
Yeah.
So I feel like love
In
is not
fact,
enough.
you just said like some key words. Love is a feeling.
Yeah.
It's a feeling
Which can even disappear anytime.
Yeah, until you decide to be intentional.
Yeah.
And when you are intentional about something, it's just like you are determined.
Yeah,
That,
I'm
okay,
going
this
to
is
make
what-
this thing work. Even though you're seeing the
Do you
lapses,
get?
I'm going.
Do you get?
I've been in a relationship
And you said
where
something about commitment. Commitment is about you putting effort.
Yeah,
trying to
exactly,
make things
intentional
right. You
effort.
can't just say you love someone and you just expect things to just work out just because you love someone. No,
because
there's a
there
lot.
will be a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to put in to make things work out. Definitely, there are a lot of stories that challenges will come. A lot of challenges will come. A lot of things will come.
And
to,
that's why
to
you
break
see
you guys
many
apart.
broken marriage now.
You understand?
Many broken.
I just feel like yes, love is the basic thing that you need in a
Yeah.
relationship, the basic ingredient actually. But you have a lot of things to make that relationship
Yeah,
work. There's a lot of spices,
even finance
a lot
is one
of
of it.
things that you have to
As
put
much as
together.
we don't want
Do you
to
understand?
talk about
So,
you being
one
money,
thing is,
money
any
conscious.
relationship that is meant to work out will definitely work out, irrespective of the challenges, irrespective of the obstacle. And if it's a spiritual something, if it's if it's the finances, like financial problems, if it's distance, if it's whatever health issues. Okay, health. There's
Health
no way.
issues is very
that one,
important.
no. That one is, there's no two way about it. If you guys your what's it called again? Your genotype is different. There's nothing. If it's AS, you're AS. If it's SS, you're AS.
AA for the record.
Good for you. Okay. If health issue is a thing, it's just better to just stay clear. But what I'm just trying to say is, relationship is just as simple as ABC. If it's meant to work, it will work.
Yeah.
If the person is the right person for you, the person will
But
live.
again, I want to ask: is that actually a right person for you? Like, is there
The idea of having the right person.
Yeah, okay, the idea.
The right person is just someone that is ready to work it out.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
you.
Because I feel some
The
people
thing
feel
is-
like I used to have that. I'm like, God, perfect.
No,
Nah.
let me tell you. Yeah, God will direct you
Yes,
to someone
yes.
that's supposed to be. Definitely,
Yeah.
you pray. God will
Yeah.
reveal to you, or probably tell you to go ahead.
Yeah.
But God will not help you work that relationship out.
Yeah, and there's
God is not
nothing
make-
like the ordained person, because if you're saying the ordained person, God forbid, if this particular lady is the ordained person for you and she died when she
there's
was born,
there's
does that
something-
mean you will not be married?
There's something a pastor actually said. He said we have there's something they call destiny alignment. We have character alignment. Your partner could be your destiny alignment. That,
Alignment,
okay,
yeah.
God says you should be with this person, and then you guys, your character is just out of it. There's no
Now,
commitment.
destiny alignment
There's
is
no
not
love.
strict. It's not just on one person.
Mm-hmm.
Your goals can align with my goals. Your visions can align with my visions, and if it syncs together and we can work things together, we are good to go. If you decide today we want to move on, there's someone else who her goals aligns with mine. There's another person who her goals does not align with mine, we obviously cannot be together.
Yeah,
You get.
yeah.
So, but if you find somebody that you both are like your vision, you both agree on the same, like, you can't be going here and going here. It won't work. But if
Yeah.
you're going the same thing, as much as you have what you want to, what you're pursuing, what I'm pursuing, and we are, eager to, we have agreed to work together as one to both help each other achieve our goals, our dreams. As much as it may be different, but at the end, it will still come together. That's it. But again, I've been in a relationship that our goals, everything aligned. We want, we're pursuing, we are both business, money minded people. We want to make money, we want to be rich. You get the money.
It didn't work out, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it didn't work out.
Okay.
Because of course there's still opportunity for it to work out here.
Okay.
But once there's this thing in your mind that today you are not sure, you are indecisive, it's like you're not even sure that you don't even know where the relationship is going. You as a lady especially, I feel like it's time you need to just sit and tell yourself that once this relationship today is like it's going like this, tomorrow is like we're pausing. It's like it's going, we're pausing. I think you should just, because we can get married tomorrow and you decide to walk out of the relationship or the marriage. If that's you being indecisive or your emotions controlling you at the time, maybe because a particular situation, the project is not going the way it's supposed to go. That project now is not influencing your mood swing, your mood. You're not sure you want to, maybe you're not sure you want to be in the get, and maybe there's something outside there that maybe one particular person that you feel like, okay, and this person is
Okay,
key to.
happiness. I understand.
Sorry, I've talked a lot.
It's fine. Actually, I'm just trying to round up. So, with everything we've discussed about relationship, I spoke about the first one you said, and I said that if a relationship is meant to work out, it will. It's just as simple as, don't stress yourself. Don't try to think too much about it. Don't try to come up with excuses and everything. If the person is meant for you, everything will actually work out the way it's supposed to be. If yes, love is a major ingredient, but it's not enough. There's a lot of work to do to make a relationship work out. There's a lot of praying together, being spiritually aligned, and also your commitments, your intentionality in that relationship, your sacrifice. Everything, your honesty, everything just has to go together.
Even your weaknesses.
Seriously,
You don't
you have
hide
to just bring it out and work
on it
relationship
together.
is just like a job. You have to keep working for it to work out. You can't just relax and just
And
imagine
say
that everything is
just
going to
nah.
work out fine. So that's it about relationship. And okay, you said something about the second relationship, the cheating part. I just feel everybody knows the extent at which they can take some certain things.
Yeah.
If you are the type that you can manage a cheating partner as long as it doesn't do it to your face, as long as if you are that kind of person that you can take it, you can work out with it, you can be yourself, then fine. But if you are the kind of person that is going to damage, is going to destroy, is going to affect your life, probably you should start praying now that God should bring someone that
will be
has,
faithful.
someone that does not have the mentality of I can love my wife and still have other ladies. Do you understand? So in fact, there are a lot of people out there that do not cheat on their wives. So there's nothing like all men cheat. No, you can't just generalize. There's some men that don't. So you just have to pray for your own man that doesn't and that won't cheat on you. Do you understand? And yes, mistakes happen in marriages, in relationship. It might not be the cheating type, and something may happen at the long run, but that still doesn't mean you should leave your marriage or something.
Yeah.
So about the toxic environment, when looking for a job, everybody, you have to pray before looking for a job and all that. But just pray that you get a job in a very work-friendly environment, whereby it's very important. And again, there's something they call protocol and being authentic with your job when it comes to doing your work. In fact, in a work environment, yes, you can be a team player, but don't be sentimental in doing your job.
Exactly.
You were quite sentimental.
Yeah,
you were friends with the person you try to save. No, don't do that. You do your job, they do their job. If they don't, let it be the way it is. You are not a bad person. You are not a bad person if you are trying to be plain, and if you are trying not to be sentimental. Just give credit to who deserve it. criticize who deserves it. Say it as it is, because once you are trying to be too nice, you might at the end of the day shoot yourself, and then things may go wrong. And what else? I think that's basically everything that we have
My
say.
job afterwards, after that, was I had a very wonderful boss.
Happiness, you're almost
I just want to put that there.
Okay.
After that one, I had another job, and I had a very wonderful boss. I was enjoying myself.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. So that's basically everything that we have to discuss today. And quite alright, we might have said some things that you do not agree with, and we might have said some things that you do agree with. So just pick the ones that is okay for you. Just learn a few things from everything that has happened. And we just want to say a very big thank you to Happiness for coming to share our experiences with us.
Me.
We are really, really grateful for coming. And
Thank you.
yeah, we are happy. We are proud of you for coming to share your story, and the fact that we're able to come and we're able to be strong for yourself, and go through all those things, and now you are better, you are more experienced, you know better, and then definitely a sweet person is coming to take you and
I can't wait
to put a ring on it, and then yes, we'll be happy to come and grace your occasion. Okay, and again, thank you to all the viewers out there that are watching this show. Thank you for joining us on today's episode on The Talk with Rebby, and we really appreciate the fact that you are viewing, and please tell others to view, to watch, and to learn from all the stories that we have shared today. And yes, I actually want to say that if you want to be a guest on this show, I said it the last time that you can send a mail to rebeccairabel234@gmail.com, or better still, you can send a DM to me on Instagram at pricelessrebby, or you can call me. Yes, you can call me on 08167055537. And a lot of people, I think when we upload the first video, some people actually wanted to be a sponsor in gifting our guests, for thanking them to come. Yes, for thanking them for coming to our show, leaving their precious home and coming to share their experience. It's a courageous step. It's a courageous step. It's a bold thing to do, and we appreciate that. That is why we gift our guests whenever they come. So if you want to be a sponsor for gifting our guests, all you have to do is this, because a lot of brands and individuals, they can't reach out to me. Even if you have something to give out, you have to pay for delivery for it to get to me, and that's a long process. You have to spend a lot. So what you have to do is this, get the item you want to gift out, get the price, send the exact amount to us, and we are going to send the picture of what you want us to buy for the guest. And right here on this show, we are going to present the exact gifts that we are going to give the guest. We are going to bring it out. You are going to see what you actually told us to get the guest. So you are going to see for yourself that, okay, this is what I gave them money to buy for the guest, and this is exactly what they got. Do you understand? So nobody is actually going to spend your money or anything. It's a humanitarian thing to do, and we appreciate if you would like to be a sponsor. You don't have to own a brand to be a sponsor. You can just be a normal individual that just wants to do something for someone. So there's no problem about that. So thank you so much for watching us on this show. So we have something for Happiness, our guest today.
Thank you.
Yes.
I really want to say that I'm proud of you.
Oh,
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud of you.
Okay, so we need to open this box and bring our spots there, and it's quite small, but it's just
So lovely.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. And this item is from J&O Express Logistics. Yes, they are into logistics. They deal with interstate deliveries. They deal with local deliveries in Lagos and also international deliveries. So they are the ones gifting our guests for this episode.
You say J&S?
Yes, so J&O Express Logistics.
J&O Express Logistics.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. I'll patronize you someday.
Yeah, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I think we are good to go now. Thank you so much for watching. We are sorry for taking your time, and we hope you were able to learn a few things. So we're going to be having our next episode when next you see us. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for viewing, and You can watch us on Instagram and on YouTube. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Yes, subscribe to our channel, The Talk with Rebby, and also I think that's all. My name still remains Rebecca Irabo, and happiness. Thank you.
Happiness. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for
All
watching.
right.